This 1873 photo near Fort Defiance, Arizona, shows a Navajo family in traditional dress, reflecting their deep cultural roots. Despite forced relocations like the Long Walk, the Navajo preserved their identity, symbolizing native resilience during westward expansion. This 1872 photograph shows a group of Paiute men during a time of growing encroachment by settlers, miners, and ranchers. Skilled hunters and gatherers, the Paiute people relied on the land for survival and resisted displacement while striving to preserve their traditions. This 1890 photograph of a Sioux camp captures the tribe's traditional teepees and communal way of life. Known for their fierce resistance during the Indian Wars, the Sioux fought to protect their lands but were eventually forced onto reservations by U.S. expansion. This 1889 photo shows the Deadwood stagecoach navigating rugged South Dakota terrain. Frequently targeted by bandits, it carried both passengers and gold. The Deadwood coach became a Wild West icon, symbolizing the perilous journeys and lawless frontiers of the era. Canyon de Chelly in northeast Arizona, shown here in 1873, is a sacred landscape with ancient cliff dwellings left by the ancestral Puebloans. Still home to Navajo families today, the canyon reflects centuries of native history, spiritual ties, and deep cultural resilience carved into its stone. Nicholas and Virginia Earp, pictured here, were the parents of lawmen Wyatt, Virgil, and Morgan Earp, key figures in the gunfight at the OK Corral. Their journey west from the Midwest mirrors the American pursuit of opportunity, shaping a family legend rooted in Wild West justice. In 1887 Sturgis, South Dakota, ox teams played a crucial role in frontier life, hauling heavy loads where railroads hadn't reached. Known for their strength and endurance, oxen helped settlers transport goods across tough terrain, embodying the resourcefulness and grit needed to thrive in the Wild West's challenging conditions. Saloons were the social hubs of frontier towns, where cowboys, miners, outlaws, and lawmen gathered for drinks, cards, and sometimes fights. This 1897 photo shows a typical saloon interior, barmen serving and patrons unwinding. Rough yet vital, saloons were community centers where news spread and bonds formed in the Wild West. The 1891 photo of a Brule, South Dakota villa shows the simple, sturdy homes settlers built on the Great Plains. Made with local materials, these practical houses stood strong against harsh conditions. They symbolize the resilience and determination of pioneers, carving out lives in a tough frontier environment. Johnny Ringo, born in 1850, was a feared and mysterious outlaw of the Wild West. Known for his deadly gun skills and quick temper, he played a role in the Mason County War and was linked to the Clanton Gang in Tombstone, clashing with the Earps and Doc Holliday. His 1882 death, possibly by Earp or suicide, remains a legend. Buffalo Bill Cody, famed scout and hunter, became a legendary showman with his 1883 Buffalo Bill's Wild West show. Featuring battle reenactments, sharpshooters like Annie Oakley, and Native American performers, the show toured the U.S. and Europe, shaping public views and preserving the fading frontier legacy. The Gould and Curry Mill in Virginia City, Nevada, built in 1867, was central to processing ore from the Comstock Lode, one of the richest silver strikes in U.S. history. This mill helped transform Virginia City into a booming mining town, fueling economic growth and westward expansion during the late 19th century. The old mission church at Zuni Pueblo, New Mexico, captured in 1873, stands on land where the Zuni people have lived for thousands of years. Photographer O'Sullivan avoided romanticizing native life, capturing them authentically, even in denim jeans, showing a genuine glimpse into their enduring culture without imposed stereotypes. This photo of an Apache Indian camp showcases O'Sullivan's unique approach to Native American photography. Unlike many of his contemporaries, he never asked his subjects to change into traditional outfits, choosing instead to capture them authentically in the clothes they wore daily, preserving a genuine moment in time. This 1873 photo captures the head of Canyon de Chelly in Arizona, where towering walls rise about 1,200 feet above the canyon floor. The dramatic cliffs showcase the awe-inspiring natural beauty and deep history of this sacred site, long inhabited by Native American tribes such as the Navajo. This 1864 photograph shows General Ulysses S. Grant alongside his general staff during the Civil War. Grant, who later became the 18th U.S. President, was known for his decisive leadership and played a crucial role in securing Union victory. The image captures a pivotal moment in American history. The Fruit and Oyster House photo, taken during the Civil War around 1864-65, shows a bomb-proof trading post near the Petersburg siege. War destruction is evident. Fallen trees and scattered debris surround the scene. The man seated in front looks distraught, reflecting the heavy toll and sorrow caused by the conflict. This 1874 photo captures Shoshone Falls on Idaho's Snake River, taken by Timothy O'Sullivan during Lieutenant Wheeler's survey. Taller than Niagara Falls by 45 feet, Shoshone Falls was vital to the Bannock and Shoshone Indians, who depended on its abundant salmon before Western migration and industrialization transformed the region. In 1867, Clarence King's 40th Parallel Survey team explored near Oriana, Nevada. King, a 25-year-old Yale graduate, led this War Department-funded mission to survey the land between the Sierras and Rockies, seeking railroad routes, mining prospects, and gauging Native American resistance in the largely uncharted territory. This 1872 photo shows the Paiute Indian group near Cedar, Utah, during Lieutenant George M. Wheeler's survey, west of the 100th meridian. Photographer O'Sullivan joined the expedition and narrowly escaped drowning in the Truckee River when his boat was caught on rocks. The survey marked early government land charting efforts. This 1889 photo captures miners working in Montana's mining boom, drawn by gold, silver, and precious minerals. Mining was grueling and dangerous, fueling frontier economies as towns emerged and vanished with the mines. Despite its economic impact, mining left lasting environmental scars across the region. Ike Clanton, born in 1847, was a key figure in the infamous gunfight at the OK Corral. Part of the Clanton cattle rustler gang, he clashed often with the Earp brothers and Doc Holliday. This 1881 photo shows Clanton shortly before the deadly shootout that made him a Wild West legend. Celia Ann Mattie Blaylock, born in 1850, was best known as Wyatt Earp's common-law wife. Their troubled relationship was marked by hardship, addiction, and heartbreak. After Earp left her, Mattie's struggles worsened. This photo, taken before her 1888 death, reflects a life overshadowed by Wild West legends yet deeply human. John Henry Doc Holliday was a complex figure, a trained dentist turned infamous gambler and gunfighter. Battling tuberculosis, his frail health never stopped him from becoming a feared Wild West icon. Known for loyalty and sharp intellect, his friendship with Wyatt Earp and role in the OK Corral gunfight cemented his legendary status. The completion of the Transcontinental Railroad in 1869 united the eastern and western U.S., revolutionizing travel and communication across the continent. This iconic photograph from Promontory Summit, Utah, captures the historic joining of the Central Pacific and Union Pacific Railroads. The railroad spurred westward expansion, but also deeply disrupted Native American lands and cultures. In the early years of photography, black and white images were standard, but photographers like F.J. Haynes began hand-painting color onto their works to bring them to life. This 1880s portrait of a Native American woman was originally monochrome, but Haynes carefully added color, creating a vibrant and unique representation that stood out in its time. This photo, likely taken around 1870, captures an old Western town that perfectly matches the classic image many associate with the Wild West. Though the exact town remains a mystery lost to history, the scene, with its wooden buildings, dusty streets, and rustic charm, shows how accurately 20th-century Western films portrayed frontier towns.